Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we're taking a look at from the Transformers Legacy Wave 3. This is uh, Pointblank, and it's Targetmaster Peacemaker. No John Cena. You can actually see the figure. Um, but this is an update and homage to the original Targetmaster figure from, oh boy, a little over 30 years ago. We're starting off in car mode. Very nice. I never had the original version, but from what I've seen, this is a very nice reproduction of it. A lot of tricks to the transformation, believe it or not. There's a lot going on here. Here is Peacemaker here attached, tabbed in here on the what would be the fins. Unfortunately, if you were thinking of getting another weaponizer, not so. I guess due to to include the figure with the Target Master with the deluxe, they had to go the old classic Target Master route and keep this very simple. So flip the barrel up, flip the waist figure up at the waist, and there's Peacemaker. Yeah, not a lot going on there. Very, very simple. You can see the head there. Yes, I feel they should have included a traditional weaponizer design. I think for the price point, they could have done it. This feels to be a little undersized, but then again, I remember the original Target Masters being a little oversized. So this might actually fit in perfectly. And really, it won't be until we get Needle Nose, who was a basic Target Master, a double Target Master. And those ones were very simple to compare the size with to see if they're the same size. Then we know this is undersized, but if this is bigger, then we know this is the right size to go with Pointblank. So we'll just put him off to the side there. So that the car mode, very nice. Not a lot of robot kibble. In fact, if you were just took a quick look, I would say you would miss where the robot parts are. Closer inspection, you do see the hands there. Very involved transformation, something that surprised me greatly. So what we're going to do is we'll pause and we'll come back and get into the transformation. Okay, to start the transformation, what you want to do is come in and lift up this canopy piece right here. That will give you access to these panels here and here. Interesting to note that in a designer commentary talking about Pointblank, the designer mentioned that he had a fight with Hasbro to get the budget allotment to put that hinge in. And that kind of annoys me because if you try to transform this with that down, it's incredibly difficult, if impossible, since that canopy sits right over what will be the feet. And it would be very difficult to loosen it up and get it out. So something like that should not be fought over. Something like that should not be nickel and dimed. That is a necessary step and should be there. So what you want to do is pull back on the back end a little so you loosen the foot up a little, and that will give you the ability to flip the foot up, and then that will help hold the foot into place. Yeah, this is on some sort of like tension spring or something, pin, that will cause it to want to like flip forward. So there, fold up the other foot, come underneath, and what you want to do is wiggle jiggle these little panels out of the way and then rotate them towards you and then up so they're out of the way. And you have enough room then lifting to pull away on the legs slightly, pull it away from that center column. I don't think it really pegs in, just like frictions into something. And go ahead and unfold the legs. There's a slot here in the inside of the calf that fits into a tab here on the thigh. And while this is up, go ahead, rotate the waist section around. I think it'd be easier to see from the back section here and close that panel up. But rotate this around, bring it down. That'll fill in the middle section a little. And we have the legs basically done. The next step is to work on the arms and the shoulders. Split this section up. That will open up just like so. unpeg this section from the arm. It's a little fidgety there, but there we go. You know, there's a certain, there you go. You want to rotate it out, just like so-ish. What the hell is going on this side? Yeah, well. Oh, looks like I have a little bit of mold flash there. There we go. Just had to work it around. A little bit of flash there. Yeah, that'll work. But anyway, so you want now the fist facing forward like that. And then what you'll do is, and it's easier to see on this side, rotate them back on that blue joint right here. And then rotate the arms on by the bicep joint forward like so. So when you're looking at the top of the car, it's facing towards you. And then fold this whole section down. Just like this, you have double joints there. And then rotate the shoulders down so the arms are facing forward, just like that. Grab this clear section here. Be very careful. It is clear plastic. I guess you can tuck it up like that. Bring the head down. Open up the panel. Flip up the head. There are 2 tabs here on the panel that will fit into 2 slots on the section that the head is attached to. So just make sure you line that up. Should fit in. That will just sit like so. And here you have Pointblank in its robot mode. Not forgetting it. I'm just making sure I don't forget like a heel or something. But nope. That's all good. All solid. There's Pointblank. Right off the bat, I need to mention that you do have some limits here in the elbows because of these red sections. So that's about all the elbow bend you can get. There is like rotation and swivel, so I mean there is some articulation. I mean that is a little annoying, but I think that is accurate to the original toy. Bringing the Targetmaster Peacemaker back in. If you fold it in half and then flip up this panel here, what you can do is you can store Peacemaker on the back and have it covered up by that panel. But, you know, kind of like want to have it in its hand, right? And Targetmaster. So flip out the barrel. Now, here's something interesting. 5mm port. I mean, you can plug the figure in. That is actually very, very interesting because in Japan, if you watch the Headmasters cartoon, the first Transformers, the first exclusive Transformers cartoon produced in Japan, they handled the Targetmasters a little bit differently. In that instead of being handheld weapons, they plug into the wrist. Now here on Pointblank, there is no way for the wrist, for the wrist to fold in, exposing a post that this could peg into. But perhaps this mold is going to get reused down the line for a Targetmaster. I'll be able to do that. I want to say the Decepticons did that more than the Autobots. The Targetmasters were very odd, but the figure fits in just so. Yeah, there's really only one way to fit this in the wrist, but it will actually hold the gun straight once you get it down all the way. You might think it's a little off-center, but it's not. But, yeah, and you have to use the arms and shoulders to have it point forward, but you really can't get any of the cool action poses out of it. Really, that is very disappointing. I mean, especially considering how, you know, this is all part due to the transformation, but I mean, maybe there was a price cut or something. Also, when you pose the head around, keep in mind that there's going to be, it's a little tight, at least on mine, so you might want to keep an eye that the panel doesn't unpeg. But yeah, that's about it for Pointblank and Peacemaker. I mean, articulation, you do have ankle pivot, as you might have seen, deep knee bend due to the transformation. So there is that. I mean, I'm digging this figure. It's just that in terms of the arms, the articulation is a little limited. So how about we pause and come back with my final thoughts? Pointblank really surprised me with the degree of difficulty to the transformation. I mean, there was a lot of moving parts to go from robot to vehicle mode and back again. That really made me step back a little. Unfortunately, as cool as the vehicle mode looks, it does limit the articulation in robot mode, especially with the arms, dealing with a figure that, frankly, should be known for being able to pose and hold a weapon. I'm sure if given time, you guys might be able to figure something out. I might be able to figure something out. But right now, it's a little disappointing. And Peacemaker, definitely, right now, I think should have been a little bit bigger, a little bit more articulated. But to be honest with you, the fact that it folds up into a weapon and the arms aren't loose, the legs aren't loose, I kind of appreciate it. And I think in the long run, I'm going to appreciate this design of the Targetmaster more than if it was done as a siege weaponizer. Definitely, I enjoy Pointblank, and I highly recommend it. Could be one of the first figures you pick up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. So that's about it for the review. If you like this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. While I always appreciate the views, your likes, comments, and subscriptions help to communicate to YouTube through their algorithms that my channel should be exalted and held upon high. If you want to make the ultimate sign of support, I do have a Patreon. It is www.patreon.com/ChuckDog1999. All I ask for is $1 a month or $12 a year. No thrills, no tiers, no special rewards. All you're doing is helping me help me to help you bring figures like Peacemaker, Pointblank to you, as well as keeping up the infrastructure of the channel. But as I always say, I know we're in a bit of a recession right now. Inflation's going on. A lot of people have to make decisions between putting gas in their car to go to work or putting food on the table. So with that being said, do not worry about me. If you don't have the extra money, especially going into the holiday season, it's perfectly fine. I say this before, and I will always keep saying it. Patreon is a cherry on top of an already generous sundae. Your views that have been with me for over 10 years are more than thanks enough. So that's about it for the review. This is your old pal Chuck for Pointblank and Peacemaker. We will see you next time.